Hi friends. So this video is going to be a combination of technically two, meant to be one, but my mom called me in the middle, two live videos and then the follow-up, because then I didn't want to have you waiting with me for like the 30 minutes that the soup cooked. So we're making a cauliflower soup base with cauliflower, broccoli, ham cubes, cheese. I think that's everything. There's some garlic in there. There's a little bit of onion. It's really good. So stay tuned to the end to see how it goes.
Is this live? Is this working? I don't know. It says live, so I think we're working. Let's figure it out. If anybody's seeing this, if I can make it work, say hi. I'm gonna turn this volume off. There we go. Is it going? We're gonna see. Sorry for seeing me just walking around. I'm trying to figure everything out. There we go. So we're live. I think I should be able to see people in comments if you say hi or anything. I am going to be prepping some of my produce from my Imperfect box, the Imperfect Foods box, for a cauliflower soup in my Deluxe cooking blender. I've made this a few times. Sorry, I'm trying a new camera arm thing. Made this a few times. I think I'm getting the recipe down pretty good. Oh, it's all wobbly. Sorry. Hopefully that should stop. I do have, so all of your Pampered Chef electrics will come with a book. This one obviously is for the blender. And then I have taken to, when I tweak or adjust a recipe to something I like, I'll put a post-it in there with what I want to do. So the book itself has a recipe for cauliflower soup. So we're going to start overall following that, but then I have tweaked it, added cheese. Hi Tanya. Dude, when you get your, I don't know if you ever order cauliflower. Look how big this freaking, it's like the size of my head. It's like big like the carrots were that one time we got the big ass carrots. Anyways, so I like a chunkier soup. The blender will make it 100% puree, super smooth. Hi Sue. Super smooth. I like a little chunkier, so I will end up being cutting and blanching some broccoli to put in there, as well as probably part of my other giant cauliflower, because last time they were small, so I ordered two. This time, small is not an issue. So we're gonna tip this up so you, well, down so you can see. So with the Deluxe cooking blender, it has a bunch of settings. One of the automatic settings is soup. And what's nice about that is once you get, pardon my mess here, I'm normally neater than this. Once you get everything in there, it will actually do the cooking for you. There's a heating element in the bottom that I can show you in a second because I don't have anything in there yet. So it will actually cook and blend together. It is loud. I will tell you all that right now. She's loud. However, she's loud for a reason, because she's 2 horsepower. I'm going to do a really rough chop of this cauliflower. The recipe calls for 6 cups. 8-cup batter bowl on here. I have some onion in the bottom. Again, rough chop because that's going to be in there too. We need 6 cups of cauliflower. So again, super rough chop because this blender can handle anything. I just don't want any of the green parts in there because I'm spoiled and I don't want to eat them. Jeez, sorry. This is putting the phone back in the thing. Should have done that first. Sorry, that was my mom. Good news about grandma. Okay, so we needed the 6 cups of cauliflower. I'm making cauliflower soup. So this officially is an 8-cup thing, and obviously it's more than that, but there's a lot of air in here, so I'm not too worried. Plus there's the onion on the bottom. So we've got him ready to go. Got the onion in there. I have given up on buying fresh garlic and doing it myself. This lovely minced garlic from Sam's Club is more than adequate. So let me kind of show you the blender base because I was talking about that. So this is the mug, I guess, piece. Mug's not the right word. But this is the mug piece. She is heavy. She's a real thick glass. I'll show you that in just one second. So, see if we can. She's a real thick glass. She has hot and cold measure on the side. You can put a little bit more in here cold than you can hot because it wants room to bubble up and do the heat. Serious blades in the bottom. And then this is the heat portion, like the motor's in here. The motor's not here, the twist part is, but the heating element is in here. So when we put this on and get this going, I will let you do that a little bit, and then I will follow up this video when it's done because it is really loud. I don't want to have you guys sit here through all of that. But when you go through that, so when this is done, this will be completely hot and ready to eat. Again, I'm going to add some more stuff to it, and I'll probably post that in a not live video just because we're doing other things. But it works really well for anything like that. So again, we're starting to follow the recipe. The recipe in the book is, turn back, 2.5 cups of liquid. They say water. I'm using chicken stock. There's more flavor to it. It says salt. I don't add salt. We have the cauliflower. It says half of a medium onion. I put the whole thing. And it says 2 garlic cloves. I measure garlic with my heart from our big ass Sam's Club jar of minced garlic. So we're going to do our 2 cups of liquid first. You do want to add things in the order that the book tells you, whether it's for a hot thing, a cold thing, smoothies, peanut butter, anything you're doing that way. It's written that way so that the blades work the most efficiently. So 1, it's a little short, but that's okay. We'll do a little one there. 2 cups of chicken stock. There wasn't quite 2 cups, so I'm putting a little bit of water in there. And then we have our cauliflower. Again, real rough chop. That's not all gonna go in right away, I don't think, but we'll tamper it down. Yeah, we'll kind of do that in batches. Get a piece of our onion in there first. Onion, and then I'll show you how pro we are with garlic in our house because it's not at all. We have a slit cut in there. That looks good for garlic. Probably way more than it needs, but we like garlic. So now let me turn you a little bit. So here's the base. It's plugged in, so I'm not going to pick it up too far. But the base itself actually isn't, I think the bin piece is a little bigger or heavier. So there's a magnetic connection here. It's tip guard, so you're going to know that this is secure on there. So we're going to put that in place. And then the lid has 2 attachment pieces for the top. This one's just your regular typical blender like cork. And then this one is actually a boil over guard. So there's a small hole in the bottom of there. You can kind of see it a little bit. And then that clicks in there so that as the soup is cooking, if it boils over, it's not plugging up this cork. And as it settles back down, it has a place to go. So we're going to do a little bit of that first. I will have you guys on for a little. It will make a noise. I hope you can hear that. To tell you when your lid is locked. Then, just like all of our other electrics, there's a knob in front. Soup is on, you can't see it, it's over there. Soup's over here. And then again, it's loud, so I'm going to press start. So it's going to do that a couple times. And then you can't see it again, but there is a number here. This is the temperature that it's currently going to. So what it's going to do, it's going to cycle back and forth between heating and blending. It doesn't do the 2 things at once. But you can see it already blended a bunch of this up. And then it'll kick over. There is a spot that says heat. The you'll be able to kind of watch the progress. It's gonna get up to about 212 degrees. I'm gonna let this go for a little bit till it chops up some more, and then I'll put the rest of my onions and cauliflower in there to not overfill the container. For the other cauliflower, I probably only need, well, no, we're not gonna, we'll see what if I add this in here, if I cut up more from the second giant head to make it go for there. But to add some texture, I'm gonna cut my broccoli into small florets and blanch those to get them a little softer. And then I actually have ham cubes that I'll put in for some protein, and then cheese, because there's not much better than a cheesy broccoli soup with cauliflower and stuff in it. So that's what I plan to do for the next probably hour to 45 minutes to an hour, depending how long this takes to cool up or heat up. Yeah, I can talk today. But yeah, that's gonna go. And it's gonna be delicious. I'll show you guys all when it's done. If anybody has any questions on any of our electrics, I have all three that we currently offer. Hint. All three. I have the blender, the quick cookers behind her, and the air fryers over in the corner. I have all three. I don't know if I'm gonna eat soup tonight or if I'm just gonna freeze this to take to work. Taking jars of soup to work. My aunt gave me, I don't think I can reach any of them. I can't because my husband put them on the top shelf. She gave me, I think they're jelly jars, but they are the perfect size for a good hearty bowl of soup. So we'll let it cool down, jar it, and put it in the freezer, and that's what I've been taking to work for lunches for a couple weeks now as we've been doing the blender. So I think that's all I have for you guys right now. Again, I will update on the progress. I have 2 people watching. Say hi, friends. I love friends. Who's watching with us? I think she's loud. But again, 2 horsepower. There's a reason why it's loud. This can make peanuts into peanut butter in less than 3 minutes. I have a video on that I posted on my YouTube, and I think it's on my Facebook business page as well. Super excited for homemade peanut butter. And then we'll see what else we do tonight. We got a lot of things to do. That's all I have for you guys for now, because this is going to take a little bit to get done. I might pop on live again, or I might just post a video in the comments of this live to show how everything turned out. Thanks for popping in. I like sharing all this stuff with you. So make soup. Soup's delicious. Bye now. All right, a little update. So you can see she's boiling away. She's gonna blend while we're talking. We're over this. Her temperature's up, and now she's got a countdown of it till when she's gonna be done. A second. When that goes, she's gonna blend for a little bit longer than that little cycle. Then I've got my veggies here. I did not use the other cauliflower, I just did the ones I had, and then a big thing of the broccoli. I boil them a little longer than you would for like dinner for soup, just kind of like a little softer. And then I'm measuring out how much cheese and the ham cubes we're going to use this time, because I'm going to figure the Weight Watchers points for this one. I am on the blue plan, so vegetables are free. So really the only things they're going to be paying points for in this one is the chicken stock, the cheese, and the ham. But even then, that shouldn't be bad. So I'll figure out that, and then I will post that when I post this final video. Okay, pardon my scatteredness, but I poured the cauliflower soup part, ooh, there we go, over my veggies, and I added in my ham cubes. And now I'm gonna start, ooh, it's steaming up my camera. But you can see the texture of this. It's so, so creamy. Awesome. Now, because I can do 2 things at once, I promise I can. We're going to start adding in our cheese, a couple sprinkles, handfuls at a time, and stirring that so it melts in really well. I did let it cool a little bit before I poured it. It was up to boiling, so it does obviously get really hot. But we're going to get that cheese melted in, and she's going to look great. And then with this one, no scorching on the bottom. Hooray! If you're ever doing a soup that calls for any sort of dairy or anything like that, it's recommended you add it in at the end so the bottom of this doesn't scorch, that the dairy doesn't curdle.
Occasionally it can do that. I did it with potato soup and it did it. However, flashover, heated wash. That's right, it washes itself. And for when it does get scorched or anything, it does come with the dual-sided cleaner brush, which is available separately as well to scrub out the little nooks and crannies. But I'm gonna keep adding my cheese, keep stirring it in, letting it get melty. Oh, I wish I could send y'all smells. I said gradually, whatever. I wish I could send y'all smells through the camera. Someday they will invent smell-o-vision for videos like this. But I have a couple other things to do. I ended up blanching that other broccoli to freeze. If you watched the early video, you saw how much dang broccoli we had today. And I'm gonna get this stirred up. I'm gonna let it cool. And then I will get it into jars. Once I get it into the jars, I will figure out the Weight Watchers points. I'm on the blue plan. I just want to get the serving sizes accurate for what I made today versus the jars that I'm going to use for it. So check back in a little bit. All right, we got everything cooled down, and then the way that I jar it, these are the ones, this is I think a 16-ounce salsa jar, and they're about all the same. So the recipe I made is for hearty servings. Like this is it's a big bowl of soup when you have it, but that's how I kind of like it, especially since there's not a lot of points to it because it's so much vegetables. So I will post that. I'll put that in my calculator now that I know how much servings I'm going to divide it out for. But again, I wish you guys, well, okay, edit 4 of these jars plus like the 4 bites that I ate because I had to try it. I will put, today is Wednesday, so I will put Thursday and Friday in the refrigerator, and then I'll put them in the fridge for a little bit just to cool them down a little bit more, and then into the freezer. And then I have 4 super way veggie delicious soups for lunches. All right, please ignore my super messy desk, but I put the soup recipe into the Weight Watchers calculator, and when I put it in these 4 jars, it says that it's 9 points per serving or per jar, which is admittedly a lot because for a soup. However, it's literally all because of the cheese. If you took the cheese out, it could be, I'm scrolling down just to make sure I'm right. It could really be a 0-point soup. So you can either take the cheese down. This recipe is 2 cups. You can take it down to 1, and obviously that would cut that in half. Or you could just do the veggies and the protein. And I think if I switch to a low-fat shredded cheddar, I think that would switch it as well. I will buy that next time and try that out when I do it again. So again, though, this is a really hearty portion, so I'm not mad that it's 9 points. But again, cut the cheese in half or eliminate it, or switching to a low-fat cheese is really going to save you a lot of points. So this is for the recipe we made last night that I'll be having for lunch today. That recipe in 4 servings is 9 points for this big jar.